There are two elements to almost every accident. We call them behaviors and conditions. The condition I've chosen for this analogy is a cliff, something you can fall off of. The behavior that this worker is exhibiting is an at-risk behavior. He's walking out to the edge of the cliff. Now, not everybody who walks out to the edge of a cliff falls off, but everybody who falls off a cliff walked out to the edge. Now, if we have workers that are working in perilous conditions, there are many ways that we can prevent them from getting injured. One is what we call conditional safety. We can work with the cliff itself. We can try to make the workplace safer for the worker. We also have intermediate interventions, such as personal protective equipment. This doesn't prevent the event, but it lessens the resulting severity. If you haven't thought about it this way, it's an important distinction. Wearing fall protection doesn't keep you from falling. You just don't fall as far and land as hard. Wearing a hard hat doesn't keep something from falling and hitting you. It just hopefully does less damage when it does. Now, regardless of all of these kinds of efforts that we've made in traditional safety, we have a failure rate. And when we have a failure, we try to learn from it. We try to learn from our mistakes and keep from repeating them in the future. So what do? We do an accident investigation. Now, this is the reactive part of safety. After an accident has happened, how can we understand it better, study it thoroughly, and prevent it from happening again? Behavior-based safety is a proactive versus a reactive intervention. Rather than waiting until someone falls off the cliff, we identify a behavior such as keeping a 10-foot distance between you and the edge of the cliff, and we try to instill that behavior in the organization. So, instead of measuring also at the bottom of the cliff after the accident, we measure before. So, how many people walk out to the edge of the cliff? How many people stay 10 feet back? The ratio of the 10 feet back people is what we call percent safe. And once your process starts to produce results, you'll start to see information on what your percent safe is on your target behaviors.